Hey guys, hope you all had a good Easter. It's a little windy out, so sorry if you can't hear me that well. But yeah, today I'm gonna come out and see my horsies because I haven't done anything with them in a while. And yeah, they need wormed also, and I forgot the freaking wormer in the house, of course. Sugar sees me, I think. But yeah, I figured I would film for you guys. Figured I would also show you how to worm a horse in case there's any of you guys out there that don't know how to worm your horses. Some people get it done and have the vet do it with like a shot, and I think the shots are supposed to last like a year or something, but I typically just go with the cheaper route and buy the tubes of wormer. So figured I'll do that for y'all, and I figured I just would videotape it while I was doing it. And yeah, so I'm gonna go get the horses. I don't know if you can see them way out there, but yeah. Show you guys this, if you can see this. Soccer pretty much doesn't have much winter coat left, just on his belly. He's pretty well shedded out, really thin looking on his butt. Sugar's the same way. I mean, she's kind of a little thicker, but did you get stuck? Beebs, driving me nuts. But he's really well shedded out and everything. And BB here, she is still like long hair over here. She's got all this wispy, really long, feathery hair. Good girl. And if you can see, like up here, she's kind of crummy. She's got hair thinning out over here. Like you can see, it's really thin. You can see her skin and stuff. Let me go inside where it's not windy. But basically, I think I came to the conclusion that BB might be a little bit wormy, because they say that when things like that happen, if they're not really shedding out that well, or if they're kind of losing their hair like that, that they can be a little bit wormy. So it's not like a guarantee. I'm not saying she for sure has worms, but I think, some of those symptoms, she might be a little wormy. So I'm going to go inside and get the wormer that I forgot quick, and I'm going to worm them. All right, guys. So you can get, can you see me? I don't know if I should bend down. So you can get any type of tubed wormer. You can also get pelleted versions of wormer. The only one I've ever found is Safeguard's brand. They make an alfalfa based pellet with wormer in it. So you can get that, but when you're worming horses, basically what you want to look for is that every time you worm a horse, you want it to be a different wormer from the last one. So I have an Aftercare paste here, and I have a Strongyl paste. So BB is actually one wormer off schedule from the other horses, but basically I use Aftercare, Strongyl paste, and Safeguard. Those are the three wormers that I continuously rotate every time I worm my horses. And you want to do that because Aftercare, you can see right here, uses ivermectin. Strongyl paste uses this chemical, if it'll focus. But it's a pyrantyl pamoate, something like that, I don't know. But basically there's two different worming agents in these wormers, and Safeguard uses fenbendazole. So they each have a different main ingredient. The ivermectin is the main ingredient, that's the actual wormer. So every time you rotate your wormer, you want to make sure you're using a different main chemical in your wormer. Because they say that over time worms can build a resistance, or the horse can build a resistance to the same chemical over and over and over. So if you keep giving them the same wormer continuously, their stomach might kind of build resistance to it. So I don't know, that's just what they say. But you can also get a shot, like I mentioned earlier, that supposedly lasts like a year long, and the pelleted wormer, like I said. So I'm trying to like bend down so you can see me. I probably look really awkward. But yeah, so on the wormers, you have these numbers on the, I don't know, trigger, I guess. And most wormers have these little spinny things right here on the end that you can spin, and you basically set the wormer to your horse's weight. So BB is about 900, 1,000 pounds, so I'm gonna set it right over the 1,000 number. That way they don't get this extra amount that they don't need. But really, I used to just give my horses the whole syringe and they were fine. I mean, if you give them the whole thing, they'll probably won't hurt anything. But I always actually put it a little bit extra because they usually spit stuff out anyways. Same with the Aftercare. They have the numbers and you just go ahead and set it to the weight. So Soccer is probably 1,200 right now and Sugar is probably 900. And it won't always be pretty when you're trying to worm your horses. Believe me, Sugar hates being wormed. She squirms and pulls and is a total biatch when I'm trying to worm her. So I'm gonna just go ahead and worm them now. Basically, I'll show you up close what I'm gonna do. If your horse is also really bad at this, you can go ahead and save these syringes and fill them with applesauce, and like once a month or something, give your horse a squirt of applesauce, and that'll kind of associate the tube with like a yummy treat. That way they're not so bad when you go to actually worm them. I really need to do that because Sugar's terrible with this. But I'm basically just going to hold their head up, stick this between their lips and teeth, squirt it in really quickly, and hold her head up for a few seconds. If I hold her head up, she can't like spit it all back out basically in like one big glob, which she usually ends up doing anyways. So I give her a little bit of extra. I usually put her at like 1,000 because she spits out like this huge freaking glob and then it's a waste. So I'm gonna go ahead and try that, and I'm gonna make it so you guys can like maybe see, but yeah. Hey, what are we doing over here? Alright, so hopefully you guys can kind of see us. I'm gonna take the wormer, take the cap off. She literally already knows. Good girl, wait. Good girl. Don't you spit that out. guys, so that is how I worm my horses. I'm glad I got all of them because I don't think you could see Sugar that well, but they are just munching on stuff now. I always give them something to eat afterwards to get their taste out of their mouth and stuff. I know it doesn't taste good. It's kind of a sucky thing you have to do every year, or actually I do it I think I do it twice a year because here in Iowa we have pretty cold winters and there's really not any worms in the winter. I mean, they're all super deep underground or frozen or whatever. So I don't do it in the winter time. I also keep my horses at my house, so I don't have like horses coming in and out all the time like you do at a boarding facility. I know at the boarding facility, like, I don't know, not that far from here, they do it every other month. So if you have horses constantly coming in and out that your horse is being exposed to all the time, it might be a good idea to do it once every couple months, every other month or something. But for my horses, I do it once in the springtime and once in the fall. You know, in the seasons where it's really muddy out and stuff like that, it's raining a lot, the worms coming up from the ground and whatnot. So yeah, they're just munching and whatnot. And yeah, Sugar actually did really well. That is not normal for her. Usually she's like pulling and ripping and being a total biatch. But I'm gonna save this tube to do the applesauce thing I mentioned because it's really big. And maybe that'll get her a little better at that, but she wasn't too uncontrollable. If you have a horse like that, you know, sometimes it's just one of those habits that you just have to deal with. You can always put your hand like on the tip of their nose as well to keep them from like putting their nose way up high, because some horses, like if you're short and your horse is very big, it can be a pain. But yeah, you guys are good horsies. I'm proud of you. So I will talk to you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later. Bye.